Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. My name is Tom Poland, joined today by Beatrix Schmidt. Beatrix, where you hanging out in the world?
I'm in London and it's early in the morning, so I'm in London in my flat.
So you're on top of the world and I'm down under. But
Yes.
together we are going to show people how to overcome insomnia through simple lifestyle tweaks. We're going to do that in just 7 minutes. But before we do, I should really introduce you. Beatrix Schmidt is a sleep coach, a speaker, and the author of the Deep Sleep Method. She combines 10 years of research into sleep to help professionals overcome insomnia and other sleep-related problems that impact their life. And by golly, a lot of people need this. And you know, we get productive through energy, and if you don't sleep, you don't have a lot of energy. It's
Yeah.
one of the top three sources of energy after breathing and water. You know, it's number three on the list. It's more important than food. So, look, Beatrix believes that healthy sleep is a skill that we can actually develop given the right practical tools and techniques. So in that way, it's a bit like getting better at golf or tennis or learning German, which we were talking about before, or playing the piano. Cool bananas. So I'm going to be all ears to this, to this. Let's kick off our 7 minutes. As I said, the title is How to Overcome Insomnia Through Simple Lifestyle Tweaks. We're going to do that in just 7 minutes as always. Beatrix, our 7 minutes starts now. Question number one is, who is your ideal client?
Well, obviously somebody who does struggle with their sleep, and they would particularly describe themselves as either a bad sleeper or an insomniac. And I think the bottom line for me is once somebody understands that they have a sleep disorder, that's not my type of client because they have a particular medical issues that's going on. So I deal with the lifestyle side of insomnia and bad sleep or sleep-related issues.
Okay, as opposed to say something like sleep apnea.
Yes,
Gotcha.
absolutely.
Thank you. Question number two, 6 minutes, 20 seconds left. What's the problem you solve if that's not already obvious?
Yes. Well, actually, it sometimes isn't that obvious for people because,
Ah,
yes, we're talking about sleep. But if you ask a person who can't sleep, they often can't tell why they can't do it, or even if they know why they can't do it. For example, I'm stressed. They don't know what to do about it. They
do you
don't know what are the practicalities of becoming a good sleeper. So I help them to go from being a bad sleeper to being a good sleeper.
waking up refreshed and energized? Uh, Powerful stuff. Now, 5 minutes, 40 seconds left. What are some of the typical symptoms that people experience with this problem? And the second question I want to throw in there as well, in with that, is it possible for someone not to be sleeping well, but not actually realize it?
I'll start with the second question.
Okay.
Yes, because sometimes if you think about people who are really stressed, they go through their day and they're on that stress high. So often people, that's why they end up in burnout because they haven't really realized that it's going
Mm,
on. That's
mm.
how they live their life for 5 years, 10 years, might be 6 months. So we get into the sort of, let's just get on with the day and do the best we can, but we're not stopping and thinking, I'm really, really tired here.
Okay. So
That's
that was a bonus question. Lucky you. So question three, what are some of the symptoms they're going to have then if they've got an issue, a challenge with sleep? Obviously, they're going to be feeling tired. Well, I presume they are.
Absolutely. Most of the people get to a point of understanding they're really tired and it's not changing and it's getting worse. The other thing, and this is where within the methodology, I break it down. So there's 4 pillars of sleep. The first one is, can you switch off in the evening? So that's one symptom, is somebody lying in bed and not being able to get off to sleep. Absolutely. Second one is waking up in the middle of the night and not being able to get back into sleep. So again, often it's the mind, it's the emotions and so on. The third one is not waking up refreshed. So what are the elements of you being able to both wake up mentally and physically? So not just physically. And the fourth one is maintaining your energy levels, which is where the tiredness comes in.
Mm.
So my clients often struggle with one or two or sometimes three of these different elements, which then makes them think they're insomniac.
Right. Thank you. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left. Question four, what are some of the mistakes people make when they're trying to get a good night's sleep?
Is that they're trying. rather than
Right.
actually really doing something practical that works for them with their lifestyle, with their personality and their circumstances.
So that brings us quite nicely to question number 5 with 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. One valuable free action that someone could take that's going to help them with their sleep problem.
So the first one is keep a sleep diary. And sometimes if people have explored insomnia and their issues, they would have had that already. But I think instead of over-analyzing and maybe using a technology like a wearable technology, actually physically take sleep diary. And I have a document that people can download as well, because that gives you an understanding of what is the root of the problem. And then you can start finding practical things that works with what you've got going on in your life.
Super.
Rather than what I sometimes say, spraying lavender all over your pillow when you actually really hate the smell of lavender. That's hardly going to help.
No, it's not. Okay, thank you. So 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Question number 6. One valuable free resource that you could direct people to that's going to help them a bit more.
So we have put together different resources depending on where people are at. So on my website, which is thesleepdeepmethod.com, you can download a free ebook, which is called 28 Ways to Overcome Insomnia Naturally. And this is where it looks at not the sleep disorders, but the lifestyle related things.
Fantastic. So that's www.thesleepdeepmethod.com. Super. And we've got a minute 45 a minute 45 seconds left. A few less seconds now. I've stuffed that up. Question number 7. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't?
The question I often get people are interested in is, how does technology impact our sleep?
And the answer?
And the answer is changing our behavior of how we live our life. Technology itself is not a bad thing, but why are we taking our iPhones, for example, to bed and go on social media in bed when we could do that outside of our normal bedtime and bed hours? So separating technology from sleep is one of the things I always get asked about, and how does that actually impact our behavior?
Well, we've got 50 seconds left and I'd be a fool to waste them. So what's your pre-sleep routine, if you're able to share that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I go to bed at 11:30 in the evening.
Wow.
So I switch my phone off at 10 o'clock, and I'm a thinker, which is one of the reasons I was insomniac in the past.
Right.
So time to process the day, because otherwise I would continue waking up in the middle of the night like I used to. So I just let my mind go crazy and process everything that happened during the day, which means that by the time I get to bed, my mind is clear and I'm just getting into bed to sleep, not to entertain myself with anything else that happened.
Wow, fabulous. Beatrix Schmidt, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.